it's by 3 views is so.
But that wasn't. But that was probably during better, right? Most of them.
That was 78 views August 17th while I was still progging P12S.
Gotcha.
I think that was still P12S phase 1 prog. Because we progged P12S for like 3 months, 3 or 4 months. It was long.
Believe it.
Yeah,
All right,
that
Elijah. Hmm?
still P1.
Are we gonna play Apex? Yeah, though.
Probably not right now.
Oh, you don't want to check out the event.
Oh, I do. I opened the game and took a brief look at it, and I do want to check it out. Just not really today. I was gonna originally today,
Die.
but now I just don't. I don't feel like it. That's what I decided earlier.
No, that's totally understandable.
But yeah, what the? Yeah, what is up with the live stream views recently? Like specifically the VOD views, not the actual live
Specifically
stream
VOD,
views.
not the live. Like you're literally just putting out that VOD.
I know live stream VODs are recommended the same way that videos are because they count as a video
They were
on
not. They
YouTube.
definitely were not recommended the
Well, they
same way.
have been for me.
Now they
Yeah, they
have,
have been.
as of literally
Historically, they've gone back
yesterday
and
or
forth for
two, three
me.
days ago.
For me, they've gone back and forth between being recommended and not being recommended. I mean, I have multiple ones that are over 20 views. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 that have 20 or more views for the VODs over the course of
Damn.
basically mostly between August and September, with a couple of them in November and October, but mostly August and September. Um, so they were recommended quite a bit during that time period as well.
Oh,
Clearly,
I do not have any view. Well, at least maybe I do, and I just haven't checked.
it could just be Final Fantasy content was specifically more recommended at that time. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know.
like none of my streams have a lot of views except for the specific one
Yeah.
of
See, for me,
from
it works out
yesterday.
really, really well that live streams count as videos. Because I don't know if you knew this. One of the requirements for monetization on YouTube is this a newer requirement, and it's only imposed on new creators that don't currently have monetization, which is a double standard that I don't like, but that's besides the point.
That's fair.
Um, is you need to upload one video every 3 months.
Oh,
Otherwise, you do not qualify.
that's ridiculous. Wait, but like, so you already say you already have the monetization, you lose it.
No, they seem to have only imposed that on people that don't already have it.
Okay, that's fine then.
Which I don't like the double standard personally, but that's whatever. But I know that it counts because I have 3 video uploads in the last 90 days. I've not uploaded 3 actual videos in the last 90 days. Actually, I have as of very recently, but before I hadn't. Well, actually, has it been last 90 days? Hold on. It might not be. When did I clear P12S? November 10th. Yeah, that would be last 90 days. So it says 3, but I'm almost positive that live streams count only because even when I hadn't uploaded 3 videos in 90 days, it still showed it as 3.
Yeah, I think they
So,
definitely count. I'm certain.
so I think live stream VODs
They
count,
definitely count.
which
They
would
definitely count.
which they should, because if you only live stream and you don't upload videos, that would be stupid.
That would be stupid.
Force
Although
you to
you could
upload
always, you
videos.
could just like upload like a little shit shit video.
You just rip one of your VODs and upload it as an actual video.
Right, exactly.
So that's what I'd do if I had to. I thought about it and I went, well, if I got to.
Nah, it's too much work.
But yeah, I need 500 subscribers
Yeah.
as well, which I don't have, 32, which is higher. It's gone up.
Hey,
It's
that's
been
that's
going up
more than
very
zero.
slowly. I get like 1 subscriber every 6 months,
Yeah,
but
same, pretty much.
I'll take it.
Let's fucking take it. I'll fucking take it, mate. I'll fucking take it.
Um, and then I need 3,000 public watch hours in a year, or 3 million shorts
Which
views
is
in
the most
90 days.
insane thing I've ever heard.
You need one or the other. You don't need both.
I feel like it used to be 10 million.
Yeah, they lowered it.
Yeah, because that is a little ridiculous.
I don't think it was 10 million in 90 days. I think they just lowered the time frame, and so they shortened the amount of views to be relative. I think it used to be like in a year as well, same as watch hours.
Oh, okay, so they just changed the time frame. Gotcha. Gotcha. So it's
I
not
think they just
actually
adjusted
easier.
the time frame
Oh, you
to
only have
make it-
3 months to do it? Nice, great, love that.
Yep. I mean, hey, I have 78 public watch hours in the last 365 days.
All right, let me
Out
check
of
my
the
app.
entire
All right, let's
1,000.
fucking check the app. Let's check it. Let's check it. Let's check it.
Can you even view it in the app?
I think so. I think
The
that's.
fucking YouTube Studio app sucks dick.
Oh, does it?
Well, you can.
That's the only thing I use because I always check it on my phone.
I would recommend pulling up the YouTube Studio on desktop if you need to do stuff at your computer.
Is that
'Cause
is that
the
an app?
app is not great. No, it's literally if you just open YouTube and you
Right.
click on your channel
Right.
and you click YouTube Studio.
Oh shit! Final Fantasy VII Takeover. It's a custom game mode. Oh no,
Yes,
it's
it is.
just trios. I think.
No. There's a lot of shit in it.
Oh, and you tell me you don't want to play this shit? All right, I'll play it. Fine, whatever.
I
Who
do,
needs you?
just not right now.
Who needs you? Who needs you? Who needs you?
Oh, that's ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, in the app it lies. It's different numbers in the app.
Yep. What are the numbers in the
It's
app?
4,000 in a year and 10 mil in 90 days.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting. Which one do I
Ooh,
trust?
That's weird.
So, which?
My app also might not be up to date, to
No,
clarify.
no.
as
I
well.
think mine says that too, although mine's probably also not up to date either.
I think I actually have auto updates turned on my phone, but the way that auto updates work on iOS is weird. They aren't like actually all that common.
Materia. Power up your weaponry with 5 new materia hop-ups. Every firearm can take one, so find your favorite and start blasting. Having
Material
trouble?
things that you would meld or socket into gear to make it more powerful.
Oh,
not
so it's
defense.
it's actually topical. That makes sense.
Yes, materia is an actual
Having
thing.
trouble finding the materia you need?
In the non-MMOs, the way that materia works is it usually gives you a skill of some kind. So, for example, let's say you want the ability to see the enemy's health bars, so you know how much health they have left. Well, you'd socket a scan materia into one of your weapons on one of your characters. That way, that character, while they're in your party, will allow you to be able to see the remaining HP of the enemy. That's kind of
Gotcha.
how they work.
And what of my
In the
teammates?
MMO, they're just stat boosts.
What of my teammates
basically.
besides nothing?
You meld them into your gear. To
What
give
up,
you
my
stats.
teammate? My brother?
What's up, buddy?
He said, "What's up, buddy?"
Oh, okay.
I never get
So
this far usually.
4,000 and
nervous.
10
I'm in a
mil
game
are the continue to
open
grow
mic on.
section, which for some reason is the only one it shows me on the app.
Have you heard of push to talk? Jesus Christ.
Heard of what?
Yeah, no,
Sorry,
no,
Elijah.
The other numbers were the continue to grow section, which is the only section it shows on my phone. Not sure why.
Have I heard a quick massage?
That
Push
gives
to
you
talk?
watch page
I'm on
ads.
a controller and so
Okay.
is he.
I
so-
see.
Oh,
So the lower
thought you said
numbers,
massage.
500 subs, 3 videos in the last 90 days,
damn it! I can't get that game off
3,000
my mind.
watch
It was
hours,
supposed to be
or 3 million
me.
shorts views.
We'll reenact
That
it.
gives
We'll
you
reenact it.
access to memberships,
Nah, who you gonna
Oh my
reenact?
God, my privilege at the door. What the
super
fuck?
chats, so on for your live
Who
streams.
you gonna reenact, Cat?
The shopping
Which
stuff.
one of my teammates?
If you want.
Oh,
Ad
no,
revenue.
no, 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 no,
That's
no,
what
no,
you need,
no, no,
1,000
no, no, no.
subs.
We gonna reenact
Elijah,
that,
I
but
can-
we gonna
I
get
need to
done
turn
this
these
time,
people
right?
down because they're so loud. I'm so sorry. I can barely hear what you're saying.
Oh God, fuck that.
Okay, I'm
I
in
got a
the
lot of
DP
them.
lobby. Now I gotta watch out for the movement.
Okay,
Yeah.
these guys are talking so
Stop
fucking
moving that
loud.
game with that sword. That's
I don't know how to
bad.
turn them
That's
down!
bad, man.
Ah!
DP movement.
Bro, it's in your settings, in your audio
What's
settings.
that?
No, I did, but it wasn't enough.
Where are you, enemy?
Did you turn down the right setting? Did you turn down
I'm not
outgoing
sure. I
or
might have.
incoming?
Incoming, I think. Okay, hold on. Let me just.
Ooh, I got a chance.
Alright, let me just
see
check that
AP
again.
Winnie's lobby.
Oh, I'm dead. Fuck's sake. Oh, god damn it. I was checking my fucking settings. Okay.
I think I can. You know, I should just turn down my master volume.
Yeah.
Put the bullshit right there.
I know you go kick the door.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm healing.
So the first set of requirements basically just unlock memberships and super chats and stuff like that. The second set, the 10 mil views in 90 days for shorts, that one. That
Right.
is for ads. If you want ad revenue,
Ooh,
that's
down
what
the
you have to
Pathfinder?
qualify for.
So yeah, that's what you want. So they're both telling the truth. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Astro
I just
swap.
it doesn't show
Probably.
the membership super chat stuff one on the app for some reason. Not sure why, but
That is weird.
that is still. I mean, I still want that. Memberships and super chats are definitely nice to have as a feature, and that is. I mean, having multiple goals to hit is nice. So.
I'm going
I
back
mean,
down.
it's nice, but like,
Also,
all I
would
want is the
rather have-
monetization. You know what I mean?
To be fair, I stream
If you're at the top.
for the
What the
reason of
fuck,
I
bro?
can not.
No, that's
explicitly-
totally
not
fair.
That I wouldn't turn on monetization if I wanted.
I'm just
would,
shooting so
but
they won't run.
I probably wouldn't qualify anyways, even then,
I
because
need
of
heal.
the people I raid with.
That are not allowed to be
Oh my
said.
They
God.
won't ban you, but they won't let you get monetization if you say such words.
Okay.
That's fair. Interesting. I didn't know that they demonetize your whole channel. Interesting.
If it's bad enough, they might, and because it's in a lot of videos or a lot of my live stream VODs, it's possible I may not even ever qualify, and even if I do, I wouldn't be able to monetize most of my content.
Gotcha.
But like I said, I don't do it to make money. Not again. I would turn the feature on if I had it, because I might as well. But I don't care to the point of like, "Ah, I'm trying to make this into a job." I do it because I might as fucking well. What
That is
else am I
fucking
doing?
well. No, that's fair. That's sane,
I
honestly.
have no reason explicitly not to, so I might as well live stream when I fucking raid and shit. You know, it's like whatever.
Facts. Also, it's cool.
Yep.
Also, I got my
Yeah, it
ass
is.
handed to me. I blame it on.
Also, yeah,
Huh?
the voice chat was.
On
The voice
the-
chat volume making you fuck with your settings was.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I did have my settings open, so. Did hear it.
Yeah, the two videos I've released so far for the required MSQ duties for Realm Reborn and Heavensward. The Realm Reborn one has fallen off and sits at 18 views. The Heavensward one gains, a view a day at this point.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, it's at 21 views. It gained
Nice.
a bunch initially, and then it's kind of just been about one a day since a while
No, we
ago.
take those.
Hey, look, I credit some of the views to me actually. I like my own videos because interaction boosts algorithm engagement.
Doesn't matter who's interacting, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, no, your own view as a creator probably gets filtered out later when your own view and your own like as a creator probably gets filtered out later. Well, not probably, they do. I know they do. I don't get enough views for YouTube to do that because, oh boy, he gets 20 views. The boost from his own like totally matters.
Definitely matters, dude.
It barely does anything, so.
I'm sure. But it
And I
probably
don't
does
get
not matter.
dislikes. Although I did on one video, although they retracted it, so I'm unsure.
Very interesting. I get dislikes.
You know my Realm Reborn one where that guy.
Hey, they
commented?
reset my settings. What the fuck?
Oh.
Yeah.
He initially disliked the video, and I could tell because I had liked it, and it had a 50% ratio likes versus dislikes in my studio page, which means someone disliked it.
Ah, and it was probably him.
Probably, but he seems to have removed it after it was about 2 hours after I replied to his comment. I think maybe the reply to the comment was like, "Oh, I guess you have a fair point."
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it's like,
Yeah,
all
that
right,
tracks.
well. I don't really care that that much, to be honest with you. Dislikes do weird things though. They do stop a video from being recommended to other people, but because you interacted with it, it increases the chance that you're going to get videos like that. It's so
Ah.
stupid. Should not do that.
Wait.
I think if you dislike a video, it would tell YouTube you don't want this content.
Yes, it
It
should.
doesn't. It tells the algorithm not to recommend that to other people. But
Doesn't
it
make any
also
sense.
tells the algorithm that you interacted, therefore you want more of this.
Somebody didn't code that very well.
No, YouTube's algorithm is pretty black box. Like when Google says they don't fully understand their algorithm, they're quite serious about that. They
I'm
really
sure they do not. Yeah,
don't.
I believe it.
It's mostly done through machine learning at this point,
Is it?
and they really don't.
To be fair, their
interact
algorithm
with
is
it.
pretty good.
Oh, it is. They may be able to make minor tweaks here and there, but they can't control their algorithm. It kind of
Right.
just.
Well, they
does
could
it.
rewrite it all, but then they
Yes.
lost all their work.
And part of the reason that they do that is legal defense, primarily. As silly as that might sound.
Really?
Basically, if you get recommended stuff that's harmful, the reason why they tell you to report it instead of anything else is basically because they can't do anything about it. And they have it done this way so that if you get recommended something that could be harmful, you can't sue them.
Because you have a way to
Because
not see
they
it.
have no control over what it does and doesn't recommend you. And because they have no control, legally they're protected.
Right, because it's other people's.
So they want you, if you come across the video, they want you to report it, obviously, because they'd prefer to take that video down. They don't want the bad press that comes with having harmful content on their platform that gets popular and known about. Which is also why sometimes there is a lot of stuff on YouTube that shouldn't be on YouTube, and I don't just mean because it's in a gray area with the rules. No, I mean it's actually against the terms of service of YouTube and their community guidelines, everything. It's just it has so few views that YouTube can't be bothered to do anything about it.
That makes sense.
It's like, oh, it has 100 views.
They
Great,
don't-
who cares?
They don't have enough people to probably do that, anyways.
The report process is partially automated.
I'm
I
sure
say
it's.
partially because the initial part of it is. When you report a video, it is reviewed by some kind of AI tool.
Okay.
And then if that flags it, it gets a manual review. Though there is some debate about whether that manual review actually happens or not. So, yeah. And certainly YouTube and Google aren't going to say anything about whether it does or doesn't. Their stance is obviously that it does, but there have been a number of instances that have proved perhaps otherwise.
Uh-oh.
So, YouTube, it does use a lot of AI to manage stuff nowadays. They have for a long, long time. But they're also backed by Google, so what do you expect?
Sure.
Like, the type of stuff that people have access nowadays, individuals, in the form of, like, generative AI, that's fairly new in terms of being as good as it is. But general machine learning and AI technology, absolutely not. That shit's been around for a long time, and it's been heavily utilized for a long time. Just not by everyday people.
Right. That makes sense.
Whereas now, it's much more accessible. Like, you want to get into using large language models to do machine learning and whatnot, you can do it relatively easily compared to how it used to be. So, because a lot of it is NVIDIA's fault. The reason why it's accessible. CUDA cores on GPUs really changed that.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. I think it's designated, right?
CUDA cores on consumer GPUs, because they've had
Yeah.
CUDA cores and GPUs for a long time, just not consumer GPUs.
Right. Right.
But with did it start with the 20 series or the third? Yeah, it started with the 20 series, because they use the CUDA cores for ray tracing, I believe. that just made it far more accessible because now you had a thing that is often utilized for machine learning and AI in enterprise situations, and now it's at your fingertips. And it's not like the CUDA drivers for fucking NVIDIA GPUs aren't easily available from NVIDIA's site. They are. You could just
Okay.
go download
You can
and
just
install
download
the fucking drivers that make it work.
Wait, so it doesn't work by default?
It does.
So I should go install that
What
because I'm doing
drivers?
machine learning?
You using PyTorch?
I am.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, it makes PyTorch work better.
Do I have a bit of context? Or a bit of, how
Well, it
to?
also kind of depends. So, like, in your situation, you're not explicitly utilizing CUDA, so it's probably fine.
No, I'm not. That's probably the problem because I'm not explicitly utilizing it.
That might be part of your issue. I don't know, man. But you can accelerate machine learning with CUDA cores.
Yeah, I
you
would like-
have a
yeah.
4080, right?
No, 3080.
3080, right? Yeah, you have a 3080, so it has
3080 Ti.
Yeah, it has enough CUDA cores to do that. I mean,
It doesn't use it by default.
I don't really know exactly how it works on PyTorch. All I know is I ran a text transcription tool that uses AI to do the text transcription, and it required me to install the CUDA software.
Interesting.
And all I really remember is I think you had to sign up for NVIDIA's developer program, but it's like they allow free use of their CUDA stuff for personal use. So, hold on. I don't even have the most recent shit because the version of PyTorch that I needed to use for what I was doing, that text transcription tool, was an outdated version of PyTorch that didn't support the newest version of the CUDA toolkit.
Amazing.
So I had to install an old version.
Amazing. That's simply outrageous.
Hold on.
So, should I download this?
I don't know. Up to you.
If we had a wonderful GPU accelerated libraries. It looks just like it's a library rather than anything that actually
It's basically a driver package that you install that
So-
installs on top of your existing NVIDIA drivers.
Oh, so this will work?
I think it should.
Should I even like this?
In your case, if your shit works now, I wouldn't bother with it. It's not going to make it. At most, it would make it slightly faster. Not.
That's what I'm
better.
hoping. I don't want it better. Well, I mean, I do want it better, but I want this to make it faster rather than.
I know you might have to rewrite your code to support it. So.
I guess I should try it, right?
I don't know. Up to you. Duolingo has these friend quests that you get with people that you're following and are also following you. They have a badge system, and you complete quests, you get a point towards unlocking the badge for that month. You have to complete a certain amount, and friend quests give 5 points towards that badge. Sometimes the friend requests are fucking ridiculous. If I didn't have Duolingo Super, the one that I had gotten would have been not completable in the allotted amount of time, more than likely. Which is, it's 5 days that they give you, and 300 XP. You get 15 for completing a lesson perfectly.
Jeez.
So that's a lot to do. That would be a minimum of 10 perfect lessons between both people.
Easy.
No, it's not. Because most people do one lesson a day.
Oh, that takes a while then.
Yeah. So I grinded out 230 XP this morning when I woke up. Out of the 300. And then I let the person I'm doing the friend request with finish it, and he finished it. So. I have Duolingo Super, so I can make as many mistakes as I want, so I'm not worried about, like, running out of lives. The issue is when you don't have Super, it's like, it's a little bit stressful, because you feel like, if I make a single mistake, I'm fucked. You get 5 lives, by the way.
Gotcha.
I'm not a fan of the live system on Duolingo. I think it's dumb. Because part of learning is making mistakes. And so being punished for making mistakes is not good. Because what happens is, right, like, you use up all 5 of your lives. So you get punished by, if you didn't complete a lesson, goodbye to your streak, your daily streak that you've been building for however long. If your streak's real low, you're probably not going to be upset about it. But the higher that streak gets, the more stressful that gets.
Makes sense.
But if you pay for Super Duolingo, you have infinite lives.
Hmm.
Fuckers.
So basically, it's pay to win.
I mean, I have a year of Super Duolingo. That was $85.
Pretty good.
$85 for a whole year. It's not actually that bad. It's decent pricing.
Yeah. I mean, if it's helpful.
It is. I enjoy learning on Duolingo. Out of the learning apps that exist, it's not necessarily the best for, like, hardcore learning a language, but it's good for certain things, particularly for just trying to learn how to speak a language, like, at the basic level. If you want advanced stuff, Duolingo is not a good place. It's really not for that, and they sort of advertise it as being, but it really isn't. And if you ask anybody that knows a language to a actual, like, tested proficient level, they'll tell you at that point you don't need to use Duolingo anymore. You're better off either finding people that actually natively speak the language and talking to them.
Yeah, that's what I
To
always
learn?
think. I mean, I think that's the way to do it anyway.
Yes and no. It depends on the level of which
Right, right. Obviously,
you're
if you
at.
can't talk
Because
any...
early on it's not useful if they don't also speak your native language so that they can help you learn.
And that would require a lot of work from them.
Yes, it would. So early on, if you don't want to pay for a language learning course at a school or something, then platforms like Duolingo are really your best bet.
No, I agree.
And Duolingo, out of the ones that are free, Duolingo is 10 times better, at least, than any of that other
Wow.
free ones. It's not even close for free. When you get into paid ones, if you're willing to pay for Super Duolingo, that's where Duolingo is a bit less competitive. Except for when you're very first learning a language. Early on, Duolingo is actually really good. Then it falls off. And then you're better going to Babbel or one of those apps. But those have mandatory subscriptions. They aren't free.
Oh,
So-
I didn't know that. I feel like how would that be any better than Duolingo?
They have... It's the way they go about teaching language that ends up being better. I forget
just
the
a better
exact
app?
difference, but... It's better for certain things that you would care more about once you've learned a language more.
Like grammar or something?
Yeah. Things like
High-level grammar.
and yeah. Duolingo is actually pretty bad at grammar,
That makes sense.
but to be fair, I don't really care about the written language, which a lot of people do. So I
Fair.
really only care about the spoken language. The written language, I don't care.
Also fair.
Not really what I'm trying to learn. I've learned some of it by the fact that it's an app on my phone, and they
And you
just
can't
have
not read it.
Exactly. But I even made sure when I was setting it up and setting up my account and like, hey, I want to learn Japanese, I made sure to select that I want to learn the spoken more than anything
Right.
else. So it caters my lessons to primarily be hearing-based lessons versus
Makes sense.
visual-like written ones. So a lot of mine is hearing something and then tapping out what it said.
Makes sense.
That's a lot of what my lessons are. I'm not quite at the point that it's having me translate Japanese to English in that way yet. It's still Japanese to Japanese, right? So I
Oh.
listen and I pick out what words were said.
Is
But
that the
that's
best way to
from
teach
what
it?
I heard. Well, because I'm trying to. A lot of the words in Luck are
Mhm.
not necessarily said the way that they look like they should be in Japanese, unless you already know Japanese. Because
Gotcha.
here's an example. Any word that ends in SU, depending on where in a sentence it is and whether it's part of a sentence or not, changes how you say it.
That's
SU
annoying.
is soup.
Soup.
But if it is following another word or
That's
before
soup.
another word, it's soup. There's no U.
Huh.
So for example, a common way to end a sentence is desu. But when actually said at the end of a sentence, it's des.
Yes. I know that due to
And-
memes.
And so there are certain characters like that where they change depending on where they are. And that means that the spoken version is not necessarily what you think. So they're having me transcribe what they've said into what it actually is when written. And that way I understand what I'm hearing. Because if I understand the words, fantastic. That means I'm one step closer. The first thing of speaking a language is also being able to listen to the language and hear it and understand what people are saying to you.
Makes
My
sense.
understanding is that later on it does go into translating a spoken sentence into English.
Which is,
Um,
you know, kind of the most
without
important
showing
part
any
eventually.
written. Yeah, exactly. But right now it's still teaching me. There is some of that, but it shows me the written sense along with reading it aloud. That goes away later, apparently. So
Gotcha.
I'll get there when I get there. I'm still fairly early into the app. It's broken up into sections and units. So I'm in section 2, unit 3, and there was section 1 is 8 units, section 2 is 20 units.
Jesus
So I'm actually
Christ.
still fairly early.
How? Haven't you been
First
doing it
aid
for like
was
years?
Like 372 days. It's technically a little bit longer than that because I've used certain reasons to extend it on certain occasions.
Oh my gosh,
go
there's
around
kill
doing
cams.
lessons.
Didn't
Oh,
even
that's
notice.
But yeah, over a year now. And the
Okay.
unit I am on is describe your home and take public transit.
That's nice.
That's what it's about.
I feel like take public transit might be the most useful part of that.
The next unit will be use na adjectives. I'm not sure what that means right now. I'm sure I'll get an introduction when I get there. And
Nah.
get emergency help.
Oh, that feels like that should be the first one that you learn, but okay.
I mean, actually, if you're gonna learn a language, I recommend the first thing you learn how to say is "I don't speak this language."
Well, yeah, I already know those. I know those ones. Except not in Japanese. I don't know that one in Japanese.
Hongo no Janai desu would be like a
Ah,
broken
what
way to say it, I suppose. I don't know
There you
the
go.
proper way to say it.
Well, that's maybe you should go and learn that. What the fuck?
But that is a way that if you said it, anyone that speaks Japanese would know what you meant.
Right, yeah, I gotcha. Bro, I suck.
Yeah, if anyone ever asks you, if anyone starts speaking Japanese to you and you don't know what the fuck they're saying, just say Nihongo no Janai desu.
Nihongo no Junai desu.
That it's super broken, but that actually probably helps
I'm a
because
fucking
they go,
potato.
oh, yeah, they have no fucking clue what they're saying. Okay.
I believe it. Oh, we're getting rolled. Nice.
I mean, if someone says to you in broken English that they don't speak English, you're kind of like, yeah, they really don't speak English. Okay, like at all.
Habla
Fantastic.
Portuguese. Habla Portuguese. Oh my god. Aim. Thank
No
you.
habla Portuguese.
No, no, no. Fava.
How's it, Fava?
It's Fava?
I don't know. I don't speak Portuguese.
No, Fabla, no Portuguese. No Fabla Portuguese. I know that because some guy on a plane said Fabla Portuguese. And I know that Hablo
Yeah, it
is.
would be no, because Portuguese and Spanish are really similar, and the way
No,
they
he was asking me. He was asking me if
No,
I.
I know. No, I know. I'm saying that if you wanted to say that you don't know, and then
No problem.
however you say speak Portuguese.
I said no, so.
Yeah.
I just said no.
Understand no because actually in quite a few languages no is no. Surprisingly.
No to the no. Need to let go.
Japanese annoys me because on top of being more than one way to say no, the most common way is also kind of the same way that you say house and
House.
yeah, it's EA and it's really about the inflection
Yeah.
that differentiates.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah.
And the other way is Janai, which is why
Yeah.
I said Nihongo no Janai desu.
Yeah, Janai.
Janai is effectively I don't.
Yeah,
More or
Janai.
less what that means.
I think I know that from. I feel like they say that a lot, like yeah, Janai, but like they're exasperated in the animes. Yeah, Janai. What it is, oh, what's up? The fuck? I don't know what this is trying to tell me. This
What?
is
What
how
does it
you
say?
remind me. It has 792 columns.
Oh,
I mean,
why?
rows.
But why, Luck?
Don't know.
What'd you do, Luck?
What it is, oh,
What'd you fucking do this time?
I fucked up. Oh, it does.
Clearly. Like, it's pretty fucking clear you fucked up. The question is just,
Fucking
what the
clear.
fuck do you do?
Pretty fucking clear.
It is. I said the question is just how. What'd you do?
What did I do? I'm ranking
Yeah.
the features of my machine learning model.
I see. I see. It's a shame I don't know what any of those words mean.
What? What do you mean?
I don't know what those words
It is what it is. How
Okay,
important?
What's a feature?
Oh, feature? I don't know. Like how many hit baseballs you hit a year or something. I think. Like
Okay.
like for example, that's an example. So like you can have Like for example, the salary, the bitching average. But it is all.
Probably do. I have two. No, just one part. Yeah, just one part to do editing for on my. I'm almost done with base Stormblood, so I need to finish up the last bit I have of editing before I work my way towards the last dungeon of base Stormblood. It's that one. And that. Unlink those. Relink it. Add a marker. Here. Astrum Avania.
Science isn't exactly an exact science.
All right, Elijah, figured it out. Find out.
Did you actually figure it out, or do you only think you figured it
No,
out?
I didn't even figure it out yet.
Fucking idiot.
Fucking idiot, brother. Watch this not work at all.
You'll make it worse than it was before.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Worried about the truth, are we?
Huh?
Worried about the truth, are we?
Yes, that's correct.
I forgot I have to make sure I'm speaking when I'm not dragging the timeline, because you said it fucked with my mic.
What do you mean? No, your mic was fine. That was me. I was just shooting somebody in Apex.
Okay. Yeah, my mic's perfectly fine, is it?
It is, yeah, currently.
Oh, that's nice. Before it wasn't, you said.
I think it's pretty much been fine.
Well, no, I meant like last time I was editing.
Oh, you were just lagging. Yep, you just lagged. Just then. I don't know if that was. I think that was on you.
It probably was. It probably was. I think dragging the timeline actually is like really intense on my system.
I think no. I think well, it might actually. It could be that. Yeah, you're probably right. That probably is what it is. Or it could just be using your like audio software or something.
Bro,
Like your drivers or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Not possible.
Not impossible or not possible.
Not impossible.
Okay, because you're the M cut out for sure.
I wasn't even dragging anything at that
Oh.
point.
Well, maybe I'm just crazy. Well, yeah, maybe it's just I don't know. Maybe it's a
Who knows?
fuck if I know. Oh my god, I can't aim to save my life.
If I was smart enough to figure out how to video edit it, that I know anything? No.
Settle down there, Elijah. Jeez.
Relink all of these clips together.
Oh my gosh. Oh, can't aim. Oh my gosh, they all have kill cam. Oh wait, no, that's just like
Here. And here.
dude, I cannot aim right now. Like I'm just having the hardest time. Yeah. Yeah, fuck Jeff Bagel. Jeffrey Bagel. Oh, look at that fucking... That little skibbity jump that guy just did. What? It didn't even look that good. From the kill cam. Weird. Oh, this is gun game. I thought we were in multiplayer for a second. Oh my god. Yeah, fuck. Loser. Oh! Oh, that's why it's not working.
What?
Because my fucking keybinds aren't set.
Oh.
The fuck?
Okay. All my editing is
What it is, what's that?
actually entirely done. And that's how fast it is to edit one of these clips.
What, like one fight?
That was a full dungeon.
Full dungeon? Because you only have,
Well, it's 'cause
like,
I know.
what the,
I know how.
what the
dungeons work,
fuck? What is going on?
There are no weird ones that are required for MSQ in that regard. The way dungeons work is there's an intro cutscene when you first queue into the dungeon. There's a cutscene on the final boss. There's a death cutscene for the final boss, and then there is.
So you really just know where all the cutscenes are. Jesus Christ, I got it
Yeah,
rolled.
so I can cut the clips apart very quickly because I know where everything is. Roughly. I mean, I guesstimate a little bit to find where I need to go. I'll click somewhere in the timeline that's near the end to find the boss. Sometimes I'm really on point. Other times I'm not. I just have a rough idea of the structure of a dungeon or a trial. A trial's one boss, and it just has an intro cutscene and a death cutscene. So, because I know the structure, I can navigate through the timeline pretty quickly, and it lets me
Gotcha.
edit very, very quickly.
Yeah,
And then
well,
once it's all
that
cut up
makes
into
sense.
clips, the blurring the text box, I literally just copy and paste the blur across the clips very quickly.
Wow!
I know which clips are the correct ones, so I just click Control V, click Control V, click Control V, boom, I'm done. That's edited.
Fair. Whoever made the keyboard shortcuts for copy, pasting, undoing, redoing are gods.
Bro, Control C, V, and X, and Control Z, and
Control
Y.
V? What the fuck is Control V?
Z?
V.
Z. Oh, V is paste.
Oh, you're right. Just having a stroke.
X and C are cut and copy, and then V is paste. Z is undo, and Control Y in most software is redo. But not all, because some change that. That one specifically, I don't know why.
Hmm.
That one is probably the most inconsistent. Control A and Control Shift A are also very good ones. That is select all and unselect all.
Okay.
Those are nice ones as well, particularly when doing anything related to text editing.
What about Windows X, Windows C?
I don't use the Windows shortcuts, so
Because it gives you history. Oh, there's a game-ending play now. That's cool.
no, I don't use the Windows screenshot tools because what I use uploads my screenshots online, which makes it easier to link them on services like Discord, where that have an image file size limit.
Sure.
So if I give you a link, it bypasses that limit entirely.
Ah, yes, that makes sense.
That's why all my links are imgur links when I link screenshots, rather than like the actual screenshot.
Elijah,
Discord
this
does a
better
really good
work.
job
If this
of
works,
editing.
I will be so fucking happy. You have no goddamn idea. No fucking idea.
Based on the way
Brother.
you're saying it, I do have an idea, but
I will come for you.
no,
No? No?
no,
Oh, okay.
I'm good. Don't do
Sure.
that. Yeah,
Too damn late.
like really sure. That
It's
you
too damn
need to see a
bad.
doctor.
It will be incredibly enjoyable, Elijah. Don't worry.
No, a melee. If a melee's not gonna use the fucking LB and no one else is, I'll fucking do it. But someone beat me to it. The other red mage went, yeah, nobody's fucking using this shit. All right.
Fair.
Oh, there's basically two main details that we know, which is hard casts. So, in the game currently, out of the 3 casters, only one of them is what is classified as a hard casting caster, which means that they don't have a lot of ways to make their spells cast instantly, unlike Summoner and Red Mage. Red Mage's whole thing is hard cast spell with a low cast time, and then instant cast a spell with a long cast time. That's Red Mage's whole fucking thing. That's what they do.
That makes sense.
Summoner has these things called Eggies that they summon, and
My
they have
eggy.
varying things, and Titan Eggy and Garuda Eggy are all instant casts. Additionally,
Huh.
when you hit the higher levels, you get access to Bahamut and Phoenix, both of which change your primary button, your 1 and 2, to instant cast abilities instead of casted abilities for,
Oh yeah.
I think it's
You're
15
gonna
seconds
find these,
each.
little fucking
So
things
you
around, they're
have
called
very
materials.
little time in which you are
Purple
actually
material.
hard casting spells on Summoner,
Yeah.
unless you are
So you
So I'm
can,
like
either
flat, like-
very bad at it.
yeah. Each
or
of the
fuck
different
up
color materials
really
are,
bad.
like 4 different guns.
Got it.
And they do,
Whereas
like,
Black
I don't know,
Mage,
different fucking
Yummy,
stuff
yummy,
that
yummy.
you
you
use.
get a grand
came
total
up with something.
of 7 instant casts per minute.
Okay.
And all of your spells have cast times that are quite long. So
Well, best use them when
they're
you need them.
usually used in your opener and your minute burst.
So you actually just use it, and then you just you just don't use it anymore after. Oh my gosh.
Basically, there are other situations in which you may, if you know there's a mechanic that's gonna happen, and this only happens when you get into min-max territory and Savage content. People don't really do this in casual stuff. But if you know that there's a mechanic that's gonna require a lot of movement, you would opt not to use them in your opener or your burst
no way.
if it
You
would
can lit
cause
up.
them to not be available for that mechanic, so that you can move and not do damage at the same time.
Bro, those kids were fucking.
But that's
like,
min-maxy stuff. That
I was
we don't talk
frying
about
them.
that.
Yep.
I refuse to min-max Black Mage.
Fair.
I've watched Aya do it. I'm good. That shit's beyond me, man. Even if I understand the theory behind it, I'm not capable of doing it.
I got you. I got you.
Me being bad at Black Mage is actually the reason why on this character that I'm doing the recording all the required duties on, why I'm actually leveling as Black Mage as the job I play, is because I'm fucking horrendous at Black Mage. Like, by far, I am worse at Black Mage than any other job in the game. And it's not a small margin either. So, I figured, fuck it. It'll be a little bit challenging if I do it on Black Mage instead. I'm leveling the other casters, just not through story content. I'm just leveling all the casters, because why not? But
Yeah, why not? Why the fuck
so
not?
Pictomancer is going to be a hard cast caster, meaning all of their abilities, or most of their abilities, will be hard casts. They'll probably have something similar to Black Mage, where they can have some instant casts here and there. Additionally, they're going to be a utility-focused caster, so they're going to have a lot of group support abilities between. Most likely, that's going to mean they have 1 or 2 group-wide damage buffs. That's likely what that's going to mean, and that's it. However, what they won't have, which currently 2 out of the 3 casters do, is a res. Summoner has a res, and Red Mage has a res. Summoner has one because of shenanigans with how the class works. It's not really an intentional thing. They just can't not due to shenanigans. So, yeah, they do. Red Mage has it on purpose.
Fuck Red Mage. Nah, get.
Red Mage is still one of the lowest damage jobs in the game. It doesn't need to get fucked any more than it already is getting fucked. Luck, trust me.
Take your word for it.
I'll put it this way, Luck. They buffed Black Mage, which is the current strongest job in the game and has been for since the game came out.
Okay.
They buffed it recently, and you want to know what they said about it? We buffed Black Mage to bring it in line with the rest of the casters. Summoner
Buddy.
and Red Mage are two of the lowest damage jobs in the entire game. Summoner's better off. Red Mage is almost competing with the support classes like Tank and Healer. I'm not joking.
That's terrible.
And it's a DPS. It shouldn't be doing that low damage.
I believe. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I
They
I
did
think
end up
DPS should
buffing
not be a
it
sport.
a little bit, but we're talking like I think it worked out to 3% or some shit, which didn't matter. It didn't affect its damage rankings at all. And the dev team claims they don't look at any external sources for stuff like that, but they do somewhat listen to the community on that stuff, so I suspect they're aware of sites like FF logs and probably have looked at them before to see how are these jobs actually performing when the players use them. So, because it could be different from internal testing, because who knows what shenanigans players might find with a way to play a specific job. Even though this game is less, you have less choice than most MMOs in terms of your abilities. There have still been multiple times that jobs have way outperformed what they were supposed to, and they've had to be nerfed.
Simply because
players found a rotation that shouldn't have been possible, but because the developers never thought about it, it was. An example would be Monk. Monk had a rotation where the way that you're supposed to play Monk is you have 6 GCD abilities that you cycle between.
Good.
You have a normal 1-2-3 combo, and then you have another set of 1-2-3. One which buffs the one combo of your first set of 1-2-3 to make it stronger. It guarantees that it'll crit's what it does. Then the second one gives you a damage buff, and the third one is a damage over time. That you place on the enemy.
Oh, that's nasty, dude.
You effectively
How did they not
open
think
that
about
one.
that?
Well, okay, so here's the thing. Those are normal, those are supposed to be used. What they didn't think about was that the first in that combo, of the second combo, Dragon had only slightly lower potency than the one of the 1-2-3 when it was buffed, the crit buff from Dragon Kick. So you just spammed fucking Dragon Kick instead, because it did more damage.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. They're like, here's this cool combo we have for you guys. Dragon kick! Dragon kick!
The actual proper rotation where you do that, most people don't realize that you also have to do everything else that you would do on Monk. You use all your OGCDs. You have this system called chakras.
So basically, they just
Not
cheesed it.
You cheesed your basic 1-2-3 part of the rotation, which was the part of the rotation people tended to struggle with because it's 6 fucking buttons, and that confuses people.
That's fair.
But people were able to parse 98s and 99s using the fucking Dragon Kick rotation, and Square Enix promptly nerfed it. It's still pretty good, and you can still get away with just doing that in casual content. 100% can. And in a lot of cases, you'll probably still outdamage most other players anyways, who are really bad at this game. But in Savage content where people like try to min-max, it's no longer as viable. You could still do it if you wanted to, but you wouldn't be parsing very high if you cared about that. Because they've nerfed it. But it is still possible if you want a simpler monk rotation. But that is something the developers never fucking even thought of. But some dude on the internet found it and went, monk go burr, and did good, and everyone else went, wait, you can do that? It was a great time for a little while, where everyone was like, I can't believe you can do that.
I
'Cause
can't
most of
believe
the
it's not
community
butter.
didn't think about it either. They went, huh? But monk players are... they're not okay. They're not okay. Monk is one
Well,
of
not
two jobs
anymore.
I
They're
would
not
never-
because they got nerfed.
No, they've never been okay. Monk players are mentally deranged. Luck. Monk is the only job in the game that has this problem where if you cap your frame rate to 60 FPS, your abilities GCD times are wrong, and you have to use a third-party tool to calculate what your actual GCD time is.
Oh god.
Because their GCD is faster than the game expects it to be.
That's fucking
Monks have, the
wacky. Have they
fastest
heard of
GCD in the game.
have they heard of
This
just
game
not
is held
writing
together
buggy
with
code?
spaghetti noodles, okay?
That's worse than League, dude.
I know. Additionally, Monk is one of the only jobs in the game where... It is the only job in the game where all of the time you have to think about, should I not press this button that makes me do more damage so that it lines up better later so I do even more damage?
Too much brain cell. Not enough int.
I know. I have one brain cell on a good day. I can't.
Yeah, that's too much
I
work.
can't do that. I
No,
can't
I
think
agree.
3 to 4 minutes ahead.
That's insane.
That's how you play Monk. It's insane. Now to play Monk at a casual level, the Dragon Kick go burr.
Dragon kick go burr. Still?
At a casual level, absolutely. They didn't nerf it nearly enough to prevent it in casual play. Absolutely not.
Oh,
You
interesting.
still outdamage most people doing that. It's
Interesting.
fucking fantastic.
That
I
is
love it.
pretty fucking hilarious. I'm not
I
gonna lie.
genuinely play Monk, in like dungeons and stuff. Like actually, it's fun.
You just dragon kick shit, and you're like, yep.
Yeah.
This dungeon is cleared. This dungeon is now cleared. You're welcome. Dragon kick. Dragon click. Wait, kick.
No, I use the AoEs. The other thing I like about Monk is it has a lot of really nice animations.
Fair enough.
You might think for a job that fights with their fists that the animations would be underwhelming, but no, they're actually really good.
I would
They
think
did a
that they would
good
be
job.
underwhelming.
They genuinely did a very, very good job with Monk
Nice.
animations, and
That's
pretty
impressive.
much everyone agrees. They're like, yeah, Monk has good animations.
Monk animation go burr, huh?
I mean, dude, one of your AoEs is you do a fucking handstand and sweep your legs around in a circle. It looks pretty
That's cool, but like it's not like nearly as many particle effects as like a fucking
Oh, they put particle effects on it, don't
gigantic
worry.
sword.
Hold on. I'll log into my main character and I'll show you Rising Phoenix. Give me 1 second. Not that one, it's another one that they have. I'll wait until you...
No, I'm not. I'm just game
Alright.
training right now.
Let me log in. I forget which one is Rising Phoenix. Is 3 of the same? I think it's 3 of the same. It's Rising Phoenix. I don't know. You might also get to see Elixir Field if I can't remember. Which is... I'm not a big fan of Elixir Field, but a lot of people like it. Rising Phoenix is not an ability you get to spam, but neither is the blades I showed you on Paladin, so... That's... Those blades
Well,
on
of course
Paladin,
not. Yeah.
like every minute.
Oh, that's still pretty quick.
Phoenix is... would be every 3 minutes, technically, because it's part of a rotation of 3 abilities that you use, so... What the fuck is that in my chat? Starbork's Puppuccino howls like a doggo.
Roleplay.
Add to blacklist. do I remember the button combo? That is the question. The answer to that is yes. Let's see if I can get Rising Phoenix on the first one, or if I'm fucking retarded. Oh, I got Rising Phoenix. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not.
Okay. Are you able to watch?
No, I am.
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty badass.
A lot of us really like Rising Phoenix. And then... Oh, I did it again. Whatever. Whee! It's a nice ability. And then... The AoEs. AoE 1. Well, that's your first AoE. I like it. AoE 2.
Kind of mid.
Oh yeah. Do a combo, so do that, and then I can do that. And then AoE 3. Rockbreaker is cool. You can't see it here because of the environment, but it also cracks the ground. But this ground isn't conducive to that, so you don't get to see the effect.
Got it.
Yep.
Yep. Pretty cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They've overall they've done a pretty good job with animations in this game. They're actually pretty good. Healers are probably the most lacking, to be honest with you.
I believe
Healer animations are pretty bad.
it's like, how are you gonna make that badass? You know what I mean? All right, Elijah, the moment of truth. And by the moment of truth, I mean the couple minutes of me waiting for this to load of truth.
Yeah.
Yep. Odds.
Negative 53.
Hasn't even fucking gotten past the errors yet.
So I'm right. Okay.
Like the syntax errors and the data type errors. Maybe I should install those drivers.
I don't think that's gonna help syntax errors.
Or not. Oh, yes, syntax errors, no.
Yes, the tank gameplay at level 50 where I press 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and nothing else.
You're a god.
That's just how you play tank at this level.
I believe it.
No, my no mercy! Fuck!
I'm sorry.
I only get to do 20% more damage once every minute, god damn it! Well, for 20 seconds, but still!
And it
Fuck
didn't
you, I
work
hate this
once
boss.
again. Due to syntax. God damn it, and I have to wait like 2 minutes every time I check it. Because it has to train. Oh, it has to calculate the importances. Or the unimportances. Yeah. Fucking obnoxious. That's a big ass dragon.
It's actually a mech, but don't worry about it.
Oh, I was looking at its booty.
Yeah, you were. It
Look.
likes to turn around a lot in this fight, so...
Fucking obnoxious.
Yes. Fucking obnoxious. Obnoxious is correct. This fight sucks on a melee because of that. On a
Because it
tank,
turns
I can
around.
do whatever. I just stand here. I don't have positionals on the tank.
Right, yeah.
Can
Makes
you
sense.
imagine giving a tank positionals? That'd be some bullshit.
Bro, how do people use fingertip grip? That's insane.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
You're talking to someone who rests his whole palm basically on his mouse, so...
I mean, I do too. But I have this tiny mouse now that I cannot use to save my life.
Yeah, the vortex barrier where it goes immediately for like the next 30 seconds, so I can do nothing.
Hmm.
Love it.
Just sit there and look pretty,
What a thrilling boss fight.
right?
This fight's not great.
What are you doing about the headsman's wind or whatever?
it fails to cast, so you just don't do anything about it.
Oh, that's good.
There's cinematic shit going on story.
Yeah, more like fucking lag out your computer shit.
No, it's Discord that lags, not my computer.
No, it's not lagging. Fuck.
I'm saying if it does, it's Discord. This doesn't lag like at all. I did open something earlier that fucking crashed and it set both my refresh rate to 60 hertz and changed my resolution, and I didn't notice the 60 hertz like initially, and then I did a dungeon and I'm like, why does this feel ass to play? What the fuck? And then I'm like, oh my god, it's my refresh rate. And then I turn it up and I'm like, oh my god, that's so much better. Even if I'm not playing the game in 144 FPS, I still fucking need my refresh rate to be that because I notice it now. You've ruined me,
Yeah.
Luck. I hope you know that.
You're welcome. What can I say?
Games feel so stuttery at low refresh rates to me now, man. I hate it. It's your fault.
That just sucks. Yeah, imagine people who do like 512 fucking hertz. It's not, it's like something.
Those people aren't real.
I mean, they have it. It exists.
No. That's not real. Can't be.
Can't be real. Could it be? Can you mean?
I'm too poor to afford it, which means it's not real.
That's right. Hmm. Why is it empty?
Because you did something stupid, I guarantee it. I don't know what, but you did. Alright, I'll be right back. This cutscene is fucking, like, 8.5 minutes. BRB.
Alright.
Thought I'd come back. You look like you could use the help.
Fuck's sake, man.
Attention, delivering care package sponsored by Chevrex.
I have returned.
He won.
Huh?
Never mind, you didn't win.
No, I got back just in time for the end of the cutscene.
Gotcha.
This right here, come adventure, let us find the answer together, is the last line of the cutscene.
Track.
I told you, I know this cutscene. I know this cutscene very well. It's mandatory. Trust me, you play enough of this game and you can fucking memorize it.
That's when you just go and you watch a movie.
Well, in this case, I wouldn't got a drink.
Attention.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Most people watch movies while doing MSQ roulette.
And that's why they suck.
No, I mean, usually people do well despite that. It's the people that are stoned off their fucking ass and watching movies that are...
You think so?
Oh, no, I know, sir. I'm asking.
Fair enough.
And that's quite literally what they usually say.
Hmm.
So. But yeah, you play enough of this game, and eventually you'll have run MSQ roulette
Sponsored by Chevrex.
so many goddamn times that you can literally replay the entirety of those cutscenes in your dreams.
That's pretty
It's
horrifying.
fucking bad.
Hmm.
I consider this content like extremely. To be fair, I'm like not paying much attention to it at the moment, but I really don't need to.
Fair.
I still can't believe I put 4,200 hours into this fucking game.
And how much of it is cutscenes?
Um, 500-600 hours, probably.
Jesus Christ. Don't say that. That's ridiculous.
A lot, but it's also not really that much of the total amount.
That's true.
Now, the real
Depends on what
question is how much of that is AFK?
Probably a
That's the
good
real
amount.
question.
Probably a very good amount, actually.
Probably a lot, yeah.
Okay.
I do enjoy just sitting there and doing nothing. I am one of those people nowadays.
Oh my gosh, it's 13 to 46. Jesus Christ. Yeah, bank standing? Yeah, fair enough. Back.
Yeah,
oh.
same concept. I sit somewhere at either my house or one of the main cities and just kind of stand there and do nothing for like 4 or 5 hours. It happens. Other times I'm AFK because I'm in a dungeon queue or something, and so I'm just like, I'm all tapped doing other shit until that
Right.
eventually goes off.
Makes sense.
And so that's like more understandable, you know what I mean? That's like, yeah, fair enough.
That was the last step. That feels so bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fail?
Yeah. What? Oh, I don't fucking know. Oh yeah, that
Okay.
did for sure. But I'm trying a different thing now, so that.
Yes, the DPS check of a cast bar. It actually kills you if you, well, it's
What,
not
Ultima?
guaranteed to kill you. Yeah, it's basically guaranteed death. It's
You
really
kill it, you're gonna
not
win.
good.
You're gonna beat him, right?
Oh no, we will. Especially because they did the sweaty strat of LB1ing before it instantly gives you LB3.
Really?
So he did the sweaty boy strat, which I like. I appreciate. So I have failed this DPS check before though, and that sucks.
But
That's
then
when you know
you have
the
to
people
do it
you
all
think
again,
are-
right?
Yeah.
Super triggering.
That's when you know the people you're playing with are really bad.
I believe it. Hmm.
The monk could have been slightly sweatier. Pretty sure we got LB1 during phase 1, so they could have LB1 there for extra damage if they'd wanted to, but most people don't do that. That's the super sweaty boy strat. And it also depends on where your damage is at. Because if you do the first phase quick enough, you don't have LB1, so you can't.
Gotcha.
Bad guys, let's do this. Stand back. Knuckle clusters firing. No need to panic. Fusey's back. Serving him a knuckle sandwich. Charging up my shields. Someone else is over there. Yo, heads up, we're not alone. Enemy spotted over there.
God damn it. Did not work.
Yeah, that sucks.
Ready, set, go! Charging up my shields.
Indeed. And I never know why.
Good old Sage has a bunch of abilities that 95% of the community can't pronounce. Because they're mostly Greek. They're not just normal Greek, they're medical terms.
Nice.
Yeah, if you hadn't realized, a lot of medical terms and words, particularly old ones, come from Greek. So
Not Latin.
because Greeks were effectively the pioneer of modern medicine. So they named a lot of it. And because the Romans learned a lot about the medicine stuff that they learned from conquering the Greeks, they kept the names. Because they were
Ah.
already established and people knew what they meant. It was
That does
easier.
that makes sense.
Well, it's also because any of the written records at the time have been books in relation to medical stuff, because they were the pioneers of that field. So it's also what people use. Again, it's what existed. There's no need to change the name. It doesn't matter.
Perhaps. I thought that Latin was the language to learn for medical
It
stuff.
depends. Medical terms, no. No, not really. There are two things you need to learn for medicine. Chemistry and ancient Greek.
Ancient Greek. I don't know any ancient Greek.
You do. You just don't know the books themselves, like, on top of
Oh
your
my
head, but you
fucking
do.
god.
An example would be Davis, which is part of the brain. That's an ancient Greek word. They invented that word. And it doesn't really mean anything. It's a word made specifically for that region of your brain that it's referring to.
Hippocampus.
Deploying
Yeah,
me
hippocampus.
knuckle cluster. Hold on to your
Interesting.
kill streaks, mother loads
Yep.
dropping. Deploying me knuckle cluster.
Now, something really which is no parties up for it, so solo
My god.
arming A9S at 2 to 3 minutes at a time, and I have to do it 20 times. Let's go. minutes of my life. It'd be slightly faster if I could use a better weapon, but I can't because that's why I'm doing this, is related to the weapon. Not to get a better weapon, to clarify, but to get an old relic weapon because I like the way it looks and I want it. So
Fair enough. Beautiful enough.
and it's easy enough to solo nowadays if you're willing to spend the longer amount of time it takes. So and it's true I could put up my own party and people would probably join, but I don't feel like dealing with other people. Specifically managing other people. That's a pain in the ass. So I'll just do it by myself. I probably won't do all the runs right now, because doing this 20 times in a row is kind of insufferable.
I like the one-armed man. That's cool.
Yeah, the normal mode of this boss is an absolute nightmare to get in roulettes because, for whatever reason, people just, they cannot comprehend how this boss works. And so it's like, what should be like 8 minutes turns into like 45 most of the time. So
Fun.
usually someone else, someone abandons in that time usually, and then I'll just leave. Because if one person leaves, the penalty for leaving is removed for the rest of the party. Although it also depends. If there's somebody that's there and it's their first time they've ever done it, I'll usually stay because that way they can get through it.
Fair. What a
Some
homie.
people are really quick to leave duties. Like, if you wipe once, a lot of people will immediately leave. They're like, nope, not worth. It's like, bro, one
Bruh.
wipe is not a big deal.
Hit him with a bruh.
If they didn't immediately leave, I fucking would.
Fair. Good point.
The people who put up a vote abandon after one wipe do get a bruh. Because those people deserve the bruh.